Do you ever wake up and feel nothing? Not pain, not joy, just a quiet gray. You wake up, you answer messages, you make coffee, but it's like you're not really there. Something inside feels unplugged, as if your soul has retreated somewhere deep, waiting for life to mean something again. And you wonder, what happened to the lightness I used to feel? Why does everything feel so flat? Even the things I used to love. If you've ever felt that kind of emptiness, that quiet despair, this video is for you. In this video, I'll tell you what this feeling actually means and how you can slowly let light back in naturally with flower essences, alchemy, and vibrational healing. And if you stay until the end, I'll invite you to something special. Hi, I'm Michelle. I work with Bach Flower Remedies and vibrational healing, helping you remember who you are beneath the layers of pain, numbness, and survival. My work is about bringing the heart back online so you can feel the life flowing through you again. If you're interested in what I do, check my links below for my self-help course or to get a personal soul message from me that will help you find yourself again under all the rubble. And today I want to focus on that strange feeling of sadness versus nothingness versus despair. That weird cocktail that makes you feel like you're disappearing into thin air or makes you hope you would. Numbness can feel like a mercy at first. It shields you from pain, from grief, from heartbreak, from the endless noise of the world. But over time, that shield becomes a prison. You stop crying, but you also stop laughing. You stop caring too much, but you also stop feeling alive. Dis-ease begins when we are no longer true to ourselves, and emotional numbness is often a sign that something in us has been silenced, a dream, a longing, or a truth we couldn't bear to face. The soul retreats, and what remains is the surface, a version of us that functions but doesn't feel. There's kind of a sadness that doesn't even hurt anymore. It just flattens everything. You wake up and the world is there, but it just doesn't reach you. The trees still move in the wind. The light still shifts across the walls, but something inside feels sealed off. You stop crying because even tears would mean there's movement, and instead there's stillness. A heavy, airless quiet. You start to wonder if something in you has gone missing, if your soul has quietly stepped out of the back door to escape the noise of a world that keeps demanding more and more. But emptiness is not absence, it is a pause, a hollow that life has carved in you so that something new can be born there. And nature understands this. The field after harvest looks that, but the soil beneath is gathering strength. The trees in winter look barren, but their roots are alive, drinking from the dark. Our hearts move the same way. When we feel numb, it's often because something deep inside is resting, recovering, rerouting itself in truth. The despair comes when we think the stillness means we've failed. But what if it's just a season? What if the emptiness is the earth inside you waiting for rain? In spiritual language, emptiness is not always a curse. It is the winter of the heart, the long, silent season when everything appears still, yet under the surface, life is quietly rearranging itself. We're taught to fear these pauses, to fill them, fix them, to keep moving, so we don't feel the ache of the in-between. But emptiness is not punishment. It's the clearing of the field before spring. It's the space the soul needs to breathe, to reorder what has become tangled. When life takes away the noise, it invites you to listen deeper, to the pulse beneath your thoughts, to the faint music that never stopped playing in the background of your being. There's a moment in every transformation where the old identity dissolves and the new one hasn't yet been born. You stand in that fragile space, no longer who you were, not yet who you're becoming. That's what the emptiness is, a sacred in-between, a holy hush. And in that hush, you are not lost. You are being rewritten. Your roots are searching for new water. Your heart is learning a softer rhythm. But to walk through it, you need warmth. Not the blinding fire of motivation, but the small, steady flame of kindness. You need light, the kind that doesn't chase the dark away, but illuminates it from within. And you need the gentle reminder that your soul is still here, waiting, patiently, tenderly, holding the thread that leads you home. Because even in your emptiness, you are being held by something vast and alive. And one morning, the frost will melt and you will realize you never stopped growing. And that's where the Bach flowers come in. They are not medicine in the way we're used to. Sorry, I can't. And that's where the Bach flowers come in. They are not medicine in the way we're used to thinking, not something to fix or to numb, but something to remember through. Bach Flower Remedies are liquid light, vibrations captured from flowers that hold a certain wisdom of the heart. Each one carries a note of harmony, a gentle frequency that calls the scattered parts of you back home. When you take them, you invite the living intelligence. I'll just continue. When you take them, you invite the living intelligence of nature to sing softly inside your emotional field. They don't force you to feel better. They help you feel true. They don't erase the sadness. They help it move, transform, bloom, and slowly the stillness begins to breathe again. You begin to remember that you were never broken, only waiting to come back into tune. Let's look at the Bach flowers that bring life back. Mustard, for deep, unexplained sadness. Mustard is for those who are suddenly wrapped in a dark cloud without knowing why. It's not linked to an event, it simply descends as if the light has gone out. Mustard helps lift that veil. It brings back inner sunshine, not by forcing happiness, but by allowing your soul's light to shine through again. Star of Bethlehem, for grief and shock. When numbness comes after loss or trauma, Star of Bethlehem is the remedy for comfort. It soothes the heart after the unbearable, when words can't reach the pain. It helps you integrate what happened so your energy can flow again. Sweet Chestnut, for despair beyond words. There are moments when the night feels endless. You've done everything, you've prayed everything, and you whisper, I can't go on. Sweet Chestnut is the remedy for that threshold. It brings the dawn after the darkest hour. It reminds you that the soul cannot break, only transform. Wild Rose, for apathy and resignation. Wild Rose is for those who have stopped fighting, who live but without sparkle. It's the remedy that reawakens the will to live, to care again, to open the window and feel the air move through you. Gorse, for lost hope. When you no longer believe that anything can help, Gorse carries the flame of faith, small golden light that says it's not over. With Gorse, you begin to imagine again, to expect good things, and to remember that renewal is possible. Bach flowers work beyond the mind. They touch the vibrational body, the subtle energy that holds your emotions. And when you take a remedy, you invite a frequency, a living vibration of nature to meet the frequency of your pain. They don't suppress the emotion, they gently tune it, Like a violin that's slightly out of pitch, they bring your energy back into harmony with your soul. And that's why they feel so soft, yet so profound. They work where words can't go. When numbness starts to melt, you might feel raw at first. Sad, tearful, sensitive. That's a good sign. It means your emotional current is flowing again. You'll start noticing small moments, a ray of sunlight, the sound of rain, a memory that no longer hurts. That's your soul returning to the body. That's life saying, welcome back. Transformation doesn't always arrive in fireworks. Sometimes it's just a soft sigh, a breath, a moment of peace where you realize you're still here. Every descent has a purpose. When you feel empty, it's often because your soul is clearing space for something new. The numbness isn't your enemy, it's the cocoon before the wings. Mustard, sweet chestnut, and gorse, they are the lights that guide you through that sacred night. They remind you that despair is never the end. It's the dark soil where new life begins, and as you heal, you'll start to feel again. But this time, it will be deeper, more authentic, more you. If this spoke to you, take a moment tonight to sit with your heart and ask it, what do you need me to feel again? And then begin gently with the remedies that call to you. You can work with one or create a small blend for yourself. And if you want guidance, you can find my free class and my Bloom into Balance course in the links below, where I teach you how to use Bach Flower Remedies to understand your emotions, to heal deeply and reconnect to your soul. I can also send you a soulful message, or you can book a consultation with me. And take some time to watch my videos here if you need more support. You were never meant to live half life. You were meant to feel, to love, to grow, to be fully, luminously human. So if you're feeling numb and sad right now, remember, even winter ends. And the flowers always return. I loved making this video. Thanks for being here with me, and see you in the next one.